Hi guys, I just wanted to stop in today and do a little video. Um, there has been so much that has been bugging me lately within the spiritual community. And I just wanted to come online and share my thoughts. And I'm not saying that my thoughts are correct. I'm not saying that my thoughts are more important than anyone else. I'm throwing it out there not only to maybe observe how we are reacting within the actual spiritual community, but maybe take a step back and ponder what is going on. Because I see things and they're starting to get a little bit ugly, and I see sometimes spirituality is turning into a religion, or people are using I can't talk today, spirituality to as like a badge of how should I put this? I don't want to say a badge of honor, because they're taking it to a darker place, um, almost like judgment. And I don't want to say ego, because people take the word ego in so many different ways. The way a lot of my friends in the community see it is completely different than I do. I take it more to a very basic level of, um, you know, being too focused on oneself. Whereas, in the spiritual community, it's a little bit more than that. And I get that. Um, And I've always said to you guys, you will always get my authentic self. I don't try to sugarcoat things. I don't believe that spirituality is all light. I believe that you must have the dark to have the light. You can't have one without the other. There has to be balance. So when I experience negative energies and emotions, I try to work through them. I don't ignore them. It happens. We're human. It's part of what we're here to experience. And I guess what prompted this was this morning, early this morning, I was reading a post from a friend, and there's this one person that triggers me so badly. Um, and I don't know why. And I even said that in my post. I don't know why this person triggers me, but it does. And I'm still trying to work through that. I think what bothers me even more is, now, I probably overstepped my boundaries because I called this person out on what I call their ego. To me, this person is very full of themselves, and it just gets overwhelming. I need to learn to just keep on scrolling and ignore it. It's not my problem. And thanks to my good friend today, she pointed out that me trying to interfere and tell him that he's being pompous, um, it interferes with his life path and what he has to learn. Who am I to tell him how he has to act? So then I'm creating my own karma by interfering with his life and telling him what he should or should not do. Again, this is an issue where I struggle because personally, and this has happened to me, I come from a very narcissistic family. Sorry, family, but it's true. I had someone come up to me and tell me how negative I was all the time, very long ago. And they actually gave me a book too, which was even more helpful. But to this day, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. Was I hurt when this person told me? Yes. But it made me step back and take a look at myself and I try to this day to fix it. I mean, it's definitely a struggle when you are born into it and it's part of your dynamic. It's hard. But even when I'm in networking circles and people ask me what's the best advice you've ever received, I go back to that day where that person told me how negative I was. So I struggle because I see certain people and I really so badly just want to help them. I want to get them to a point where they can see there's a better way. This in lies my problem, and it happens throughout the spiritual community, and I'm seeing the pattern where we are all so quick to help each other and give each other advice that we overstep our boundaries, or our boundaries are overstepped. And then what's even worse is the feeling of shame that comes with that. So today, when I did that to this person, I was actually shaming them. And then when they wrote back to me, they shamed me back, which I deserved. I'll say that. And then here's my other issue with the spiritual community. Yes, I overstepped my boundaries there, but there were people that were defending the behavior and saying that, it's not my place, and it's not. I realize that now. But to continue to defend his bad behavior, I don't see how that's making this world a better place. And I understand it is their path that they need to choose, that they need to make the change. But I feel like if we're constantly ignoring the negativity and not doing something about it, then what are we here doing? Yes, we all need to work on ourselves. We all need to go within, but I think sometimes we just all need that little push. So I struggle in the spiritual community with that. And I think the other thing is that we do all have a different term for the word ego. I think I take it very literally, but in the spiritual realm, a lot of people dig deeper and see it as a totally different thing. And I get that too. But I believe that opens the gateway then to have a lot of disagreements because we all see it differently. And I can't get over how things are changing in this realm. And I don't want to start an argument, but I would really love to hear your opinions because there's so many things that are going on that I just don't get. The shaming is one, and I feel bad that I did that today. For some reason, like I said, it's a trigger, but oh my goodness, I don't understand. Here's my issue. To me, there is a difference between honoring yourself and then just being full of yourself. I have a huge issue with that. Huge. And I'm going to try my best to ignore it and to just scroll on by. But I think as a spiritual community, I would want help. People point out stuff to me all the time. I don't really take offense to it. Like I see it as constructive criticism. So it was really hard for me today to watch this person being commended almost for, well, mostly his response was just crazy, but I just see this pattern that's starting that I don't understand. And the shame that comes along with all of it. the shaming we do to each other, the shaming that we do in the community. It's starting to get me to the point where I want to leave the spiritual community and just be on my own. And, you know, I'm sure I'll feel better tomorrow after all said and done. And maybe I'll look back on this video and be like, there's emotional Angie again. But I just, I don't even know how to say this. Maybe it's a good thing because they've said all along, just go within. Just go within. All of the answers you need are within. And that's where I'm going to, because I just feel like going to the community anymore, you get shamed for saying anything. Maybe I need to find a new group. I don't know. Maybe it's me. There's so many things, though. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. If I'm being an emotional biatch, tell me. I would want to know. I really would. But my thing is, I always like open dialogue. I love a good debate. I don't like disrespect and being put down. And I know that's a trigger for me. I despise being put down, and that's probably because of my upbringing. So yes, it's a trigger. But okay, I'm rambling. So I'm going to post this video and hope that it reaches some of you, and maybe we can discuss this in an adult-like way. So I hope you guys are doing well. And like I said, you're always going to get my authentic self. So this is kind of a rambling, but here I am. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.